So, sorry everyone for the delay. Uh, we are live, right? Um, don't mind my mic that is not sounding. It's sounding for the people that it needs to sound to. So we are live on YouTube actually, and this mic is going on YouTube. I want to welcome everybody, and let me also notify you that probably you know, probably you don't know. This is a parallel class. A class is going on here in Ondo office, and we are going to be taking website development with AI. Right now, Abuja people are hearing and they are listening to me. Something like this is happening in our Abuja office, and I think they can see me right now and they are listening to me, but they are not doing AI with vibe coding. They are focusing on social media, optimizing your social media. So what I'm trying to say is that after this class, you can still go back to YouTube and go and check that one out as well. How you can optimize your social media account to get your first job online. So I'm going to merge both classes together and then we get to it. I promise you it's going to be awesome and it won't take our time. We are looking at the next 2 hours, but I'm very sure it's going to be more than 2 hours. The last class we scheduled 4 hours. We had to beg everybody to go home. So, Spent Academy. Here, we help people $200. That's about 300,000 naira. I don't know if some of you saw my status that my vibe coding course is how much. Does anybody have an idea? 550,000 naira. If I'm going to teach you vibe coding, I mean almost everything you're going to get for free today, but you're not getting everything anyways. Because you can't learn vibe coding in one day, but at least if you are somebody that is smart like me, if there's anybody that is like me in this hall, you don't need more than everything you are going to learn today. What do I mean? Today gives you the foundation. You can go and build things yourself without having any tutor anymore. I mean, that's how I'm able to master more than 10 digital skills today. I've mastered more than 10 digital skills. I'm not a jack of all trade, master of none. I'm master of all. I can teach people any of each. In fact, practically I teach people any of each skill. So it's not as if I knew some para. I know it and I can deliver them professionally. How did I know it? It's through self-learning. So what I'm trying to say is that don't take this class for granted. For those who are listening to me from Abuja, I would like to say this, that social media is the new CV. What did I say? Social media is your new CV. Forget about that PDF you are generating. It's needed. Are we getting it now? It's needed. You should have it. But your primary CV now is your social media. We recently got a new booking from, I think, an Indian guy booked a consultation meeting with me yesterday. Booked a day in next month. I rescheduled the meeting this morning because that was the same time I'm going to be in church. Now, how did this India guy found and trusted and felt like this is the right person I can work with? I was sleeping on my bed when I got the notification. And here we are, somebody still sending CV to companies and firms, waiting for jobs. Why? Because my social media is fully optimized. I mean, when you get to my social media, you already know who I am, you know what I can do, you see results of what I've been doing. And there's much more. There's much more. You can have so much results and still not get the output. Because there's a way you package yourself online. And there's a way you package your portfolio. Earlier this year, Holy Spirit told me, he said, go and rebrand your website and put structure to things. Only God knows how many leads I've lost in the past previous years because I just set up a booking system on Spend Digital. All this while it was just an information page. You just read about us. If you want to contact us, there's a phone number and an email. But Holy Spirit just told me, set up a proper booking system because I want to take you higher. And I did. And ever since then, it just works like magic. When I'm sleeping, I get people that want me to work for them. So I am now selecting when I want to talk with them. That's the power of social media. That's what social media can do for you. Now, for those of you who are in Ondo office, that's a good combo for you. You can use AI to build websites, and then you can go and listen to how you can use social media to optimize yourself. Well, what am I trying to say is that after today, you can actually set up a landing page for yourself. I am blah, 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 blah. I do this, I do that. And then you position yourself on social media. And then the next few weeks, few months, few years, I don't know how your own story is going to look like. Because for me, this is my 8th year in my tech journey. So I don't know how many years it's going to take you. Some of it can be weeks. Some of it can be months. Some of it can be years. But whatever timeline it takes you, it's going to be a progressive learning journey. So I want to welcome every one of you in Ondo office. I want to welcome every one of you also listening to me from Abuja office. I want to believe you are here for something serious and you are here to... how many of us don't have a laptop? You don't have a laptop? Okay, I think we are just 4, right? But you don't have a laptop, but you have a phone that has an internet. You don't have a laptop, but you have a phone that has internet. So once I drop this, I'm going to merge you to some of our systems. Just connect your internet, open the guest mode. We will guide you on how to do that, and log in your Gmail. So what guest mode does for you is that after today's class, once you close the tab, nobody have access to your Gmail anymore. So that helps you. If you don't have a laptop, you can use one of these desktop. They are already configured to help you because this is not the class where you come to write notes. Those of you who are in previous class, you know. This is not the class you come to write notes. This is where we do. We do and we teach. So you are supposed to practice. So if you have come here to write notes, well, you will learn in theory. Well, for Abuja class also, Well, you are going to write notes because we deal more of concept here, but we are going to do practical as well because Kenneth is going to take you through the class, and you are going to actually set up. We are going to optimize people's profile in Abuja class today. So everyone who is in the class, I believe you can hear me. I just want to believe you can hear me. So we are going to have a practical session, and we are going to pick a few people in the class and look at their social media, rebrand it for them if possible, LinkedIn and Twitter specifically. Those are the two platforms where you can actually get jobs quickly and easily if you have your system up. So I'm going to drop the microphone now. I'm handing over to the Abuja office and the Ondo office. Let's have a brief introduction of everybody in class, and then we meet our tutor, and then we get started. Thank you.
What SDLC means. Then I'm going to show you the AI tools you are going to be making use of, then the advantages and disadvantages. Then we are going to move to the development phase, where I'm going to familiarize you with the AI agent you are going to use or the AI tool you are going to use. I'm going to introduce you. Sorry, I hope everybody can hear me. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to introduce you to backend concepts, and we are going to be making use of Firebase and Supabase. Then I'm going to make you understand what authentication means and many more concepts like what a database is, environment variables, how to plan your store or how to plan your website. You know, you are going to be building with AI. So how to plan for you to have a valid application or a valid software. Then we are going to move to the main interesting part of this class, which is building the e-commerce store itself. Then we are going to test our application, and we are going to here's what we are going to develop today. We have a fully functional e-commerce store. Everything is here. Everything you need for an e-commerce store is here. And this was done in just a day. Let me say maximum a day and a half. Something that Jumia built in maybe 30 days or 3 months or 6 months or a year. So I built this in a day and a half. But this is not like Jumia. Oh. Okay, so let's say this is a subset of Jumia, okay? But everything is here, everything we need for an e-commerce store is here. Right now I'm logged in, but I'm actually going to log out so we can see the full power of this store. Any user can come here, any anonymous user can come here. come over here to sign in or to create an account. So this is the authentication part. Authentication simply means something like register. If you want to register on a platform, if you want to sign in. So if you want to register, fellow vibe coders, those that are going to be implementing when they get home, not those that will just come here and theory and they want to just go home and not do anything. Those that are going to learn and practice when they get home. So let's just go to proceed to check out. You can put your phone number the same way you create and buy things on Jumia. Then you can choose you want to pay with cash on delivery, but the interesting one is actually making payment with your card, which is going to pop up, and you can make payments just like a lifestyle. This is still test, but it's still the same way we implement a live payment. I just need to make one or two switches, and you can just pay. So let's say we are simulating a payment, and we've already made payment. All this was done through AI, and I can just this is what I just made payment for. So let me take you through what the vendor dashboard looks like. Let me sign in. Let me switch this account. No. So this the vendor of this store, one of the vendors of this store. So you can see the transaction he has made of what people have purchased on his store. You can see all his products, all the products this vendor added to the store. Then you can see his order. Someone just made this payment. You can switch it. You can switch the status to is shipped, just like Jumia. You know, you can track your order on Jumia, right? So you can switch as a vendor that you've received this payment and you have delivered the product. So you can see that it has switched to completed. So that's that about the demo of what we are going to be doing today. So now let's start with the introduction. Where we are going to start with what software development actually is. Because I don't just want us to dive into coding without understanding the basics of where all this AI stuff just came in. So let's understand what software development is. Then we are going to understand what website development is. Then we are going to understand where AI comes in. Now, software development is simply the process of creating solution to a problem using AI. Right? Software development. Okay, sorry. Software development is creating a solution. That is, there's a problem, right? Then we sat down, or let's say you are taking your bath, you are in your shower today, and you just, there's this problem. Oh, what can I do? What can I use technology to solve in this particular problem? That's basically what software development is. There's a problem, then you look, well, how can I use technology to tackle this problem? That's basically software development. So that means you are building a software to solve a particular problem. So softwares can be something like an online store, a booking system, a social media application like Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and the like. Okay, and traditionally, to build software, you need to be a developer, or you need to hire developers, right? and they need to write code because you are building something with computer, and computer only understands zeros and ones. So if you are building a software, you need to write code, you need to speak to the computer, you need to program. And programming is you writing instructions that computer can understand. So in light of this, or because of this complexity of actually needing to write code, software development has always been seen as a tough and technical field that we can't just jump into. You need to spend a lot of time to learn and understand before you can say you want to build a software. In fact, you need a team if you say you want to build a software. Then we move into vibe coding. Vibe coding is a way of building this software or this website or whatever you are building, because a software can come in the form of a mobile application, it can come in the form of a website, it can come in the form of a web application. So vibe coding is now this new way to build websites or web application using only your words, using only your normal English words. Or we can say using your vibe, coding with your vibe. Let's say this button, you are speaking with AI and it builds something and the button is blue and you are expecting a purple button. No, it's what you feel. This button is supposed to be purple. So you say, make this button purple. You are coding with your vibe. You are not the one actually writing the code. So vibe coding is the new way to build websites or web applications using only your words instead of writing complex code. You simply describe the vibe or goal of your project, and the AI agent handles the heavy lifting. So, with the current technology we have, you can just pick any AI tool today, because there are a lot of AI tools out there now. You know, there's Lovable, there's Oma, there's Gemini, like there are a lot of AI agents that can help you build website, and all you just need to say is build me a calculator application, Abby, build me a gym website, build me so and so. So you can easily just pick any of this technology today and start building website. But if you want to build something that you want to make money from, right, or something that is going to be a real life application, you need to understand something called SDLC. This idea in the context of a real testers I need to help you all understand that stage. So, but for us who are going to be vibe coders, our planning stage is having the best prompts. Best prompt, because you are not the one doing the programming. We are not the one doing the. What you are doing is of build me an e-commerce. You are going to say build me a Multiventor e-commerce store. Here the users are going to have a dashboard. They will be able to log in. Best are going to write how our website is going to run. Our website is going to look like the actual development phase. We can start building. After building, we can test our application. Abi, in a real life program, we are going to some users, test users, test our view it, text. The last stage is deployment, making this available to the world. Nobody can use the software on your laptop. Abi, you are building a project, you are going to be building it on your system. And you are the only one who have access to that software. Want the whole world to have access to it, you have to deploy it. All these stages must be completed for a successful implementation of a project. SDLC help you guide the type coding. Structure to follow that to complete your project, because the thing I can get stuck. I can get stuck. It will get to a point. They build this login page. Say it's done. Done. Try to log in. See one error. It's not working. It's not working. Correct this login page. Okay. It's done. It's done. Yes, you are right. I think I saw the error. It's done now. Try to log in again. Correct this login page. See the same issue. So your AI can actually get, and the thing is, it might not be AI. It might be your stroke. Don't you yourself don't even know how this. Power and code grammar. We are going to be using today is number one, ZAI. Tiny ZAI. There's time. We are going to use open code. That's the also that lives on your computer. Dive into the development phase. Just really get to it. AI, so you are getting into just get to there and just ship it and expect that everything is fine. So an advantage of vibe coding is number one, fast, and something that takes a team of, let's say, 10 developers 3 months can sit down today and just say build me an e-commerce store, and in the next 5 minutes you have a fully functional e-commerce store in front of you. Development easy for beginners. You don't need to learn how to code. You just see magic. You just start seeing magic. So you know, done like 50 files. Website is done. You are seeing your preview. You don't need to quick prototyping. It can generate a bunch of code without you anything. You just not too prompt and correct. We now move to the disadvantages of using AI. For one, AI can make mistake. I can make us to the point of I can all know that in of programming, one mistake can just break everything, can break every you've written 10,000 lines of code, just one semicolon somewhere, right? It can break because you are not the one coding this. You don't know where the problem. Except there's a log somewhere that there's actually you are not going to. AI can make mistake. Then you are integrating AI. Let's say we have an already built AI to implement. All you know is already touching other part of the code without you don't know what's happening. Right? Relt or even wipe your database. You can say login is not working. AI will go to your database. Get the demo JSON. Only developers database. Demo instead of real login. Now that it has deleted database files, how can you I can wipe it? You have to understand you are going to be wipe coder. I can hallucinate. Build an e-commerce store. Know how to build e-commerce store. Like that generate random it's the channels like that. Not always production ready, and you need internet. Let's move into the development case itself. We are going to learn power as vibe coders, which is going to be. So, what is a prompt? Before I continue, I have some hash. I want to send this to pass it from vibe coding. Send it to your then we are going. So
We're testing the microphone. Hope it comes back. We're testing the microphone. Hope it comes back. Hope it is live now. All right. Okay. All right.
all right, I'm going to send it to our WhatsApp group now. I hope you are on this group. Okay, so let's continue. I hope everybody is on WhatsApp group. So if you are not on the WhatsApp group, please signify. Not on the WhatsApp group. Going to bring it. All right, so let's continue. So what is a prompt? A prompt is simply the instruction you give to an AI agent. Tell it exactly what you. For example, build me a. That's just a normal English. Build me. Right. So instruction, what you want from your AI. Right. Implement this chat system. Add out. So the quality of your output depends on the quality of your prompt. So let's take a look at this example. Build a gym. So this is a, like if I say build a gym website with 7 sections, that is better than build a website. Why? Because I gave it more detail what I want. A gym website, 7 sections. The first section should be the hero section. That's more detail. Next section, the about us section. Instead of it putting contact us ready to about us section. So basically, the quality of the output you are going to get from your AI depends on the quality of the prompt. So a clear and detailed prompt actually gives better results, while a vague prompt can actually give a good sign. Vague prompt, if you say website, actually gets the best gym websites, right? But 70% of the time, get a bad. What you are going to get is going to be random. It just depends on the vibe of the AI itself. Should I give this? I should give output you are going to get depends on the prompt. Here is the format for a prompt. Format for first thing you need to get a good prompt. For one, describe to the AI what you want to do. I want to build websites. That's number one. Build a gym website. Right? Number two, describe what the app needs. Section. It's 20 pages. Out of third page are going to have 10 services. Getting more detail, giving it more detail. Type what app needs. Pages, abilities, them. Pages to install. Third step, describe design your app. The app is going to be like color, brand, identity. Want to use logo, to words, use length of words to use. Fine. Understand that. So the third stage is describe how the design look. Last stage, very important, which features. What are the backend features? Like account, authentication. Do I want login on this? Do I want log out? Do I want forget password? Do I want to store files, file images? Do you want to implement payments? So at the start of your development, that creates a good structure. Payment maybe towards the end of payment. So create a structure that will accommodate this. Don't do it. Create a structure. That's I hope we all have the problem. Yes, this is very interesting parts. We have aspects now. So I believe we all have test sites. This is not a web application. I've sent to WhatsApp group. Yes. And let's head over to z.ai, an account there, or create an account lovable.dev. Create an account on lovable.dev or ZAI. Have the prompt. So let us all navigate to z.ai. Yeah, we can all use our phone actually. Your phone is to laptop. Z. Or lovable.dev. Well there. Z.ai. But you are going to see a prompt. I named the website. Well there. Well there. Okay, good. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this prompt. Already. Are we ready? .dev, z.ai. So these two platforms are examples of AI coding agents. .dev. Lovable is actually very so is. Let's take a look at this prompt and see how detailed this is. Not just saying right. This is very detailed prompt. And using like I know we all know ChatGPT. So and generate a good prompt. Just tell it that I'm trying to build a gym website. Give me a good prompt to. But you are a senior front-end developer, Abby. You are telling the AI that you are a senior, you are not an accountant. You are not doing accounting here. are building websites. A senior front-end developer, what it's world-class UI UX skills. So build a modern, premium, responsive. Guys, a big a modern, premium, fully responsive landing page for a high-end gym brand. Okay, the website should look luxurious, professional, and visually striking. A lot of big, but you can start. Are we all ready? Are we ready? I think everybody is tired. Everybody tired. Are we ready? Let's pump up now. Yeah. The two people are. Two people are. Are we all ready? Now let's build a gym website. Here we are declaring the color like have dark, deep black, dark chocolate. How the website should face it. So waste our time. But without build. This is what I got. How many days do you think can take to build something that looks this beautiful? For a beginner, 1 week, you can't do it in 1 week for a beginner. You can't do it in 3 months. You can't do it in 3 months. You can't do this thing. You can't do this thing in 3 months. Serious. It will take you somewhere like a year because a lot came into type of concept. Like quality. This a lot of that was a developer. So if you get a project today and next maybe not pay you 200, happily just paste the pro. Or you know, in the next like 20, get something like this. Trust me, a now cannot build in a month. Can't build it because you need a lot. You need US how to code. Even learn how to code is like 3 months. Start learning. Learn how to be a UI US designer. All together. Blah blah blah. Probably WhatsApp. But by time. For AI. paste your prompt. Section. Paste your point. Interested in
Our sound is back. Our sound is back.
Yeah, let me send the link to group. Sadly, this is what you are. Everyone just navigates to the Okay, good. Everyone just navigate to that URL. Go to that URL. Send it to WhatsApp. That URL. What I want from all of us is an account. Have a Google account. Practically just here. Now this is going to be our interface. If you want to publish, is number 5. Not see your setting. 6. So we are not touching open code today because there's actually no time. We have a lot to do. So we all have accounts on Google now, right? We all have accounts on. We all have accounts on. Before we start building, let me introduce us to some backend steps so we understand what is happening when AI starts building, because everything is going to happen in a flash. Once we start building, everything is going to happen in a flash, and we won't even know what's going on. You understand? Everything is going to happen within 10 minutes. So I want to explain the things that are going to happen within that 10 minutes. So we know where to go when there is error. We know where to go when there is error. So enter into backend concept. So far, we've worked mostly on the front-end part of development. Front-end is everything user can see and interact with directly on a website, such as button, images, sections, forms. But major or modern applications like e-commerce store are not front-end alone. A real application needs a system that works behind the scene. This is called the backend. Backend is responsible for storing user information, saving products, context of an e-commerce store, processing login details, handling payments, managing orders, service. Now, the thing is, we are not going to be actually building the backend, we are going to be making use of Firebase or Firebase. I'm going to explain why we are going to do this. If you are going to be building your backend, because you can use AI to do it, you need to set up things like servers, create your own backend, write your own authentication, set up your own things like authorization. There is something called BaaS. What did I say? BaaS. Backend means BaaS means backend as a service. And what this means is that there are some platforms that they will give you this server, they will give you your backend logic, they will give you your authentication logic, they will give you your database logic, they will give you your login logic, they will give you your register logic out of the box, just like that. Like, they just package everything and give it. You understand? You don't need to set it up yourself. You don't need to write the code for yourself or create a server. Let me paint backend developer. Let's say you're a PHP developer. I want to start your server. To launch something like WAMP server or XAMPP server. I forgot to ask, how many of us have built as a backend dev? Backend dev. Are you front-end dev or back-end dev? Dev of the above. So, if you're a PHP developer, you need to start your server with something like a WAMP server. If not, everything you are doing, you are just playing. Start a server, start your database, so you can say you are actually, before your code can even run. Okay? But this time, you don't need to just connect to any of these services. That's Supabase, what you call BaaS, backend service. If we have backend as a service, or something like Firebase and Supabase, which give us all of these things out of the box, that means we don't actually need to be the backend dev. We just need to be building the front end. So people like front-end developers, they can make use of this backend, these BaaS platforms, to have a backend application to work with without actually building the backend itself. There are tools that something like Firebase or Supabase going to give to us. So traditionally, building a backend was one of the hardest parts of software development. Developer would have to create server, write your backend logic, configure your database, do authentication, manage, right? We move into backend as a service. Our platforms were created to simplify the process of this backend development. Instead of building everything from scratch, platforms like Firebase give developers many backend features out of the box, and means important backend systems are already pre-built and ready for your AI. Give you things like authentication, database, file storage, APIs, real-time updates, hosting, and security, basically out of the box. That comes down to what is a database. Now, a database is simply a place where data is stored. On any web application, you are going to like username, phone number, password, vendor details, products details. Where are we going to store this? Where are we going to store these details? We are going to store them in a database. Database is simply a place where an application stores information. You can think of it as a digital storage system that helps applications save, organize, and retrieve data whenever needed. So anytime you need data, you go to the database, store data, store it in the database. And this is given to us out of the box by Firebase and Firebase, backend service platform. How to write code, how to write backend code. out of the box. Now, you are going to be building your application. You are going to select between using Supabase or Firebase as your backend, the backend platform. I hope you understand. You are going to choose between these two. I'm going to tell you which one to choose, and which one is easy, which one is hard, which is variable. Good. Now, before we do that, let me also explain what authentication is. I've been saying this. Authentication is basically login. You know, you have to log in, you have to register, you have to create an account, you have to register. That's basically what authentication. And Firebase or Supabase, they already give us authentication logic out of the. Good. Now let's also understand what environment variables are, because it's very important too. This is the last topic. Environment variables are used for sensitive information, important keys, store them inside environment variable. So the thing is, you are going to have your code base, things like index.html, different files, where your backend logic key, you are going to have different files that your AI is going to create. But you don't want some sensitive data to be in these files. You don't want them there, because they are easily accessible by anybody that basically gain access to your server. Someone gain access to your server, they gain access to this. Something like, let me say, your Gemini key, Gemini AI key. It's something that if anybody gets access to, they can easily just run you dry. Like, they'll run your money dry. So your sensitive informations like these keys, store them inside environment variable. So when we start using this Google AI, the thing is going to be a place where we are going to be touching environment variable. And without that environment variable, our application is actually not going to work. Understand? So sometimes when something is not working in your application, it might actually be the environment variables. You've not set your keys there. Very environment variable used to store sensitive keys information. The example is API key. So an example of file is env. Anywhere you see something like .env, an environment. I'm not going to enter gateway now. We are going to do. I want us to enter the why we are here. Understand why we are here? Why are we here? To build. All right. Want to build 30. So in 30 minutes. Good. So here is going to be our flow. Now I told you that everything is just going to happen so fast. Everything is going to happen so fast, and before you know, you have your store. Everything is basically going to happen in like 30 minutes. Actually, so let's that. I have some prompts sent to WhatsApp group. There are going to be 2 prompts there. One prompt is going to be using Firebase. We are going to spend 30 minutes on that. Building e-commerce store using Firebase. We are going to spend 30 minutes on that. Now, building website using Supabase. We are going to spend, let's say, 1 hour, 30 minutes on that one. See the difference? You are spending 30 minutes on one, you are spending 1 hour, 30 minutes on one. I want to show you how to use it actually. So the reason why we are spending 30 minutes and 1 hour, 30 minutes on that one, because one, we are working with AI, we are vibe coders. One, our AI tool basically has access, direct access to our database, which means it can create our database table straight and direct for us without us needing to set up ourselves. It can just enter your database logic and delete your database, wipe it out, likes, and create it. So it is very easy to use actually. Why? Create your table, you can create your security feature out of it. Like it has direct AI. while the other logic, the second logic, doesn't have access to your backend structure. It can only talk to it, which means you have to set up your backend service yourself. That's why we are going to spend 1 hour, 30 minutes on that one, because we have to think, we have to stress that one. Hope you understand. So that's the difference between Firebase and Supabase. But it's very good to learn how to stress actually, because the stressing way is actually how you are going to be. Because if you want to do it the easy way, that means you are stuck with Google's AI, and we have a lot of AI agents out there. We have a lot of AI agents out there, which does not have direct access to our backend. Hope you understand. So if I only teach you how to use the first approach, which will take us 30 minutes, you are stuck with just one AI platform. You have to use that platform on any project. But if I teach you the second approach, you can use any AI platform and any backend as a service platform choice. Hope we all understand that. Now, the first approach is using Google's AI Studio and Firebase, right? Google's AI Studio and Firebase. Google's AI Studio has direct access. Help you and create your database. In fact, you don't even need anything. You are following that structure. You would have been done with this class. You understand? Because I just need to paste one prompt. You are done. All going over 5 minutes. Done. Grace, good night. But the thing is, you are stuck. Google is down today, also down. Second approach, actually how vibe coding have where your backend AI doesn't can speak to. But let's do that. So I think we all have Google opened now. We all have Google opened, right? We all have Google opened. So let's navigate to Google. So for me, this is a fresh account. This is a fresh account. That means we are all on the same page. So I hope everybody is on this interface. Everybody's here, right? So good. Now you will see one prompt. You are going to see one prompt. It's going to say building e-commerce store with Firebase. That's the title of the txt file. Already sent it to. So open that file. Copy whatever is inside. Just copy it. I'm going to explain the prompt. I've sent it. Download those. I'm going to see what is inside. So let me take us through this prompt. Let me take us through this prompt so we understand what's going to happen within the next 10 minutes. Within the next 10 minutes. Now, the prompt says, sorry, is everybody here? Oh, yeah. Are we all ready? Are we all ready? Are we all ready? Yeah, are we ready? Are we ready? So now let me explain the prompt to us. Now this prompt, ChatGPT, just tell it what, and all I have to do is just say, I am building Jumia.com's clone, which means it's a multi-vendor e-commerce store, right? You know, a vendor on Jumia, you need to, that's true. Because when you join them as a vendor, now start adding products to Jumia.com, start buying. That's how it works. That's how it works. It's not location based. So here's what I got. Started with you are stop doing this thing. You are an expert senior full stack e-commerce engineer with UI UX USQ. So here's what is important. Build a modern multi-vendor e-commerce store inspired by the layout, structure, and shopping experience of Jumia.com, which means we have a basis to work with. Do you understand these first two statements? These first two sentences, we have a base to work with. Jumia.com, Abby, are following that structure. And most of these AI agents, they are actually very smart now. You can browse the internet, they will just go, what does Jumia look like? Pick the layout, pick the design. That means your brain doesn't even need to think of design. Jumia already has a good design, but if you are building a real world application, you also have to prompt it what type of design you need. But the thing is, I'm not going to tell it the color, the scheme. What I want is follow the color scheme, font scheme, text structure, .com. Now the platform should support multiple vendors. So this is going to be our first prompt. So we have to get this right first time. We have to get it right. Because the thing is, if you start with a bad prompt, along the line, we can just easily get stuck. The reason why we are going to finish this project next 30 to 40 minutes is because this prompt is, you understand? It's because this prompt is good. And before I could get this prompt, I cried for 1.5 days. after the tears, I was able to generate a good prompt that can get us a good website. 30 to when we have a good prompt structure, we are going to get output. Platform should support multiple vendors selling different items. That means we are going to have categories and sell. Instead of it, already know. Laptop. Tech stack, very important too. Use React. That's what I want you to. You are good with JS. You are good with Laravel. Use Laravel so that you can edit it. I know you're not good with it. Just do what you are going to actually be my English. So now, important rules to follow for the AI. State here, I use take Now, the rules are never create fake backend logic. AI can hallucinate. I already know this. Abi, I already know this, so I told it. Never hallucinate backend. That means use real backend structure. Use real data. Never use mock authentication. Because the thing is, you know when is using the real one and the fake one. You can just create a JSON file somewhere. Not mock API. Don't know when it's going to be using fake data. Don't use fake data. We are building a real world application here. Use real data for me, and real data is going to be in the back end. So get those data and use it on whatever front end code you are going to be writing. I hope you understand that statement. Never it's fake backend logic. Always write scalable. The end of Jesus. Right, so always going to forget it. It also depends. Now, pages to build. Build the home page, the product page, the categories page. Going to have shop filters and many more. Now, we are also going to have things like login, logout, registration, dashboard. So what I want everyone to do is to copy this prompt and paste it straight and direct to Google AI Studio. Let's do that now. Copy that prompt and paste it. Everything straight and direct. Ready? Point. Our AI should be cooked, right? Our AI should be is boiling. Is our AI cooking? Is our AI cooking? Paste it and press enter. Let's go. This is going to take like 15 minutes to generate. So 15 minutes. So, but there's something about this Google AI Studio. Give you the ability to pick the design you want. Some AI, they actually will just paste the prompt. Anything you get. Something good about this one already have. All of us can see. What is going him is going to gives us variations to pick from. You understand? Gives us variations to pick from. Now, out of the box, this is let's see other variations. So this is another beautiful. It's bad. Look at what that means we cannot pick this. Like this one. Like this one. So the thing is going to run for, let's say, around 50. Have summer store and but all you just need to do is just select a design. Like I like this one. I hope everybody selected their own. So this is going to run for, let's say, 10. So while it's running, let me just explain what is going to happen. So this is our AI, and I told that this environment is have direct access backend service platform now. So the thing is going to prompt is recognize that application backend that ask you that prompt that connect via just to all you are going to do is just to click connect to Firebase and it will continue cooking. That's all. Continue cooking. Let's just wait for the prompt to come up, then I'll show us what Firebase is. So did anyone get that prompt? Anyone get that prompt? While it is generating, I'll continue explaining what payment gateway is, and there's still one. So are we together? Are we together? Are we together? So what is payment gateway? Now, we are done building this application. So we are going to want to integrate payment so our vendors can start collecting pay for their products, right? They are going to upload products and they need, how do we integrate that into payment gateway services? process payments. That process payments between customers and businesses in that particular software you are building. That service that you can use, I can use to integrate payments, put payments to your applications and actually make payments. They've already set up the infrastructure for your payments to go through. So you can track your payments, can receive payments, can send payments. So all you are just doing is that you are using their service. They are providing that service to you. Service is that they are giving you great payment to your website or your web application. That's what. So example of this is number one, Paystack. Have you ever heard of Paystack before? Paystack. Heard of Paystack? Let me see. Paystack, okay. That example is Stripe. Stripe. Head of Stripe. That example is Flutterwave. So popular because the ability to get payments, test payment, them to transfer money. That's so. Many of us have that prompt, connect to Firebase. Exactly. Take a look at this screen. Right now, it just says Firebase. I don't have any project. Something is going to happen. A project will automatically just come here, like by itself. Project will just create itself. The moment you click enable Firebase, project will just create itself. Right now, there's nothing here. So once that project is created, we are going to come back here, and I'm going to explain. So do we have anyone with output? output. Output. So you have an output. That selects this. Now is this. So the thing is, from what I'm seeing in this my own code base, I have a problem. I have a problem. My issue is that it's not actually connecting to my backend. So right now, I think it is hallucinating data, creating mock data. So at the end, going to see the result, and they're all going to see that. I'm actually going to be using this from its way it's writing this. So, but everyone that saw that prompt connects to Firebase. What we have, and like I said, I already have a dummy. I already have a dummy data here. Coming from where? I coded that, but now it's using dummy data. That means I have a big problem. I have a very big problem right now. This thing is taking up things. So that means what's the next prompt I'm supposed to give? Use real data. Firebase. Make sure you are using real login. Good. So the first problem I can see this code base that this thing not use real data. I'm going to use real. Nice. there's something about free vibe code that is that if something is working, like everything is fine. Everything is not fine, no. This thing is not fine. That story. That means everybody that is creating an account is that story. That story is that is access to browser, which means website is Akala. Website is good. Payment information, password, login everything. That's why what's happening. Have an eye of but I just think it's like let's fix it. Thing is, this thing is working with the front end code. That's what I understand from this. Working only in the front end. That means every data is stored on the computer. So that's why I want it to do one thing first. I'm not testing any other thing. It must get the backend logic. Get that right. Then we can test. Let's get that run. Point now. So enable Firebase. Now, just to the next concept. Here I'm going to explain Firebase. What is happening in backend itself? That's it. That means it's going to view just that we get. So everybody that we're able to connect Firebase, go to console.firebase.google.com. Let me copy it. Everybody should check the group and navigate to that URL. console.firebase.google.com. Send it to WhatsApp. console.firebase.google.com.
assist you, we will. That's why you have to be present in the master classes physically. It will help you. But we can still help you virtually. Drop your response in the group. So we are checking what people are doing right now. We are assisting them before the tutor comes back on seat. You can also ask your questions via the comment section or in the WhatsApp group.
Ready. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. I'm sure we should all be ready. Like, we should all be ready. We should all be ready. Eh? Okay, too. So, if you navigate to Firebase, this is what my interface looks like. But now you can see that something was created here. Like, there's something here now. There's a project here created by AI, straight and direct. Why? Because it has direct access backend. Hope you understand. And set up your table and delete just from your prompt. Say delete. It will go inside and delete it. If you want to set up security, just tell it. Eh? Say delete it. So if you want to edit anything in your database, you can just say edit this table, add this column. You understand, right? Good. Now click on that project. Click on that project. Click on that project that was created. Click on it. Are we ready? Are we all here? Hello. Go to console. I sent a link. I sent a link to WhatsApp group. Click on that link. That is where your backend is. That is where your data is being stored. I hope you understand. The reason why we are going to that link is because that is where our data will be living. That's where our data will live. That's why we need that place. So click on it. You don't understand? Voilà. Where should I go back? We've not done anything since then. We've not done anything since then. Just connect to Firebase. I will explain. Don't worry. And go there. Go to that Firebase that it's connected to. I sent a link to WhatsApp. Click that link. And just Firebase. Just console the Firebase. And that's the link. So are we ready? Are we here? Okay.
We're back. We're back.
Good. I expect that we are all here. Are we all here? Even if you are not here, just follow the step. You can continue at home if you are not here. Just follow this step. Can we proceed? Okay. Good. So now we are here. This is going to be our backend. This is where our data is going to. This is where our data is going to live. Anytime we need our data, this is where we will come. Anytime our application needs the data, this is where it will come to access that data. Do you get that? Anytime you, as the admin or as the developer, wants to see your data, is my data even still where you will come? Understand? So what you will see, just give it a name. Created it yourself. You can send it to you because it's AI that said this project. That's why it's named. Good. Now over here you see something databases and storage. Means anything that has to do with your database is here. We understand. Anything that has to do with your database, your data, every data you are going to collect, and name it, password, phone number, pages, and now storage, bucket. Okay, see this sidebar here. Product category sidebar. You will see your database is here inside Firestore. All your images will be stored here inside storage. Image and video file. Yes, any file. Any data, name, email, password, phone number, product name, product price, product category, store name, vendor store name, everything stored there. Any data you need is going to be stored here. Anytime you want to see it. But there's not this Firebase doesn't give us database and storage. It also gives us authentication. Authentication means login, register, users account. And that is located here in security. Authentication, security, authentication. Now, at least. So what I want you to do first, number one, is click on that authentication. Click on it. Now, if you are the admin, you can add users yourself without people having the ability to create an account from the front end and remove the ability from the website. I don't want people to from the front end. It's only I want to be adding users to your website. I hope you understand that. That is this user. Add users. You can add users yourself. Now you have to enable this first. Manually add users, you have to enable. That's not why we are here. Why we are here is because of this sign-in method. Sign-in method. So click on that. Yeah. Sign-in method. Okay. So now, if you want to log into Facebook, let's say most of the options we have now, you can log in with Google. You can log in with your email and password. You can log in with GitHub. You can log in with Facebook. Log in with star. Go down. Manage sign in. Ask project owner for necessary permission. Project owner. Are we all getting this issue? This same issue? Is still saying the same thing. I ask direct access. Asking for get owner. Just enable that. Also building project. ChatGPT is your best friend. Yeah, ChatGPT your best friend. So when you get to a point when you are confused, you can just space that so thing is happening here. There's this error. What can I do? I think we have time for Spabase. implement sign in with Google. So are we there? They're signing with Google. but but you just have to fix the issue one by one step at a time. And before you know, everybody will have the same error. Now the thing is, what we are doing, everything we are doing is by, let me say, a brain somewhere, an AI brain. That AI brain, this is where it's hiding. Let me show you. Go to settings. You see one settings here. Click on it. You see this thing, select model chat, where the brain powering your application. This is where it lives. Do we understand? Now you can click this and change the brain. If you see that this model is brain is not braining, you can switch it. Do we understand? Now after some time, this model is going to ask us to pay money. It's going to ask us to pay $10 or so. So it's going to stop. You won't be able to build anything again. Once that is done, once you see that prompt, just switch to Gemini 3 Flash. This one. But this one is not as smart. You understand? Like this is not as smart as. So it's good to just kick off your project with the smart one. Then after some time, stop using the smart one and start using because of the time your AI will get stuck. Now switch before your before your free trial ends. Just quickly switch back to one, fix the problem, and switch back to the free one. Like this is just a manipulation strategy. After some time, it will tell you that going to tell you that you need to make payments. Right to continue. You are stuck with the free version. You yourself can stop pro version. Just switch on whenever your AI is stuck. Back to this part, so fix the error. That's just it. So this is where your brain is, brain of the AI. This is where you want the best. Let's fix our problems one by one. Any issue that is different from this one, any other issue that is different, or is the application working now? The application working? Like, is it working or there's problem? Let's figure out the problem and fix it, because our issue is going to be different. Are you sure it's working perfectly? It's working perfectly, oh. So the thing is, it's going to look like it's working perfectly. Still loading real data. Can you create an account? How do you know that you are creating real account? That's the issue. How do you know you are creating real account? How you will know is by going to your backend and look there that is there a user. So you created the user, you signed in with Google and you created the user. And when you go to your backend and that user was saved. Yes, registration. Web application is a web application when the data saved, not when the data is like you say you want to log Let's see if it's going to work. Type in my store name, Cool FM. So continue with Google. You can see that Google is going to pop up. Okay, awesome. So check what I have in my project. What is working? Then error. Let me log out and sign out. There's another issue. There's another issue, but actually another issue. To create an account. Is everybody with me? Please, let's pay attention. Let's pay attention, please. Let's pay attention. Okay, so if you were able to create an account, so you just submitted your Google ID, your Google Gmail, Abby. Just submitted your Google Gmail and information about. So where is that data going to be? Going to be stored inside Fire. So go back to console.firebase.com and maybe, okay, let me refresh here. Don't see any data here. It's being in the front end, still using fake data. So you can see that something's being having information. Something. So I think it made a bunch of dummy products. I say a bunch of products. You guys might not have this. Yeah, they have added this. So same thing, you go to, if you navigate to, you will see the users of your platform. Right now, we only have one user. Any other user that creates an account on this platform, data would be said. Yeah, I hope you understand. Data that was collected. Number one, the email, ID. Everybody must have an ID. Every record, every row must have an unique ID. The date that I registered, the date I joined. So let's say something like Facebook. Something like joint is create account. Now you have where you are also storing vendors. I'm not able to store order. I think we have some dummy vendor. Let's just test now. And open your application. Any other issue so far? Okay, so let's proceed. We are going to come back to continue from where we are going to build the vendor dashboard. Still need, there's still error. The error, don't worry. Tell it to fix the error. Just say fix whatever error you got. Copy that. Tell it to copy the error, whatever error code. Fix this error. Fix this There's one place that there's press fit. Click it.
Please stand up and walk around. And that's part of the things you need to learn with vibe coding. Before you know, 8 hours, you are still debugging. 12 hours, your eyes cannot see again. Please, we are on a short break. Try to walk around before we proceed. If you need water, there's water. You need water. There, you can go out. There's water. Please. Need water, please. You can take water. There's water for you. Try to stretch. Try to stretch in like 2 minutes. Before your eyes will be like my own now. Try to stretch. Try to stretch and move around. We are still proceeding with the class. Just you can put the picture. Confirm. All right, we can come inside. Everyone can come in now. Everyone should come inside. Let's all come inside. Break is over. All right, good evening, everybody. Before we proceed in the class, we want to graduate one of us. She registered for AI automation masterclass 3 months ago. How many of us were in the previous class? AI automation class. Only one person. Okay. So she registered for the full course and she's going to be graduating today. A few other people also signed up who are going to be graduating next week. She's not the only one, but she is graduating today. And we are going to give her the opportunity to present what she has been able to build so far before we now award a certificate to her. Yes, so over to you. Blessing. Introduce yourself. Before you start presentation, introduce yourself. Tell us about Spent Academies. Tell us about your experience so far.
Hello, everyone. Blessing. Yeah, this journey. When I started, When I started. Hello, everyone. My name is A Blessing. I started this journey 3 months ago, and when I started, I had zero or no idea about AI automation. Earlier this year, I told myself I was going to learn a skill, and when I saw the opportunity, I took it. So these 3 months have actually been great. I had the best teacher, Pastor Spirit Philip, there, who made sure everything was explained in the simple way possible. So I'll be presenting today's presentation. I built an AI-powered recruitment system. I'm going to explain what it does before I would illustrate using workflow. So the goal of this system is actually to eliminate manual time-consuming processes. We call it traditional recruitment. Normally, when you apply for a job, or let's use for example, when an organization wants to apply or needs candidates for a new role, job vacancies out there, and usually a lot of people apply. So instead of the owner, maybe the HR or whoever that is in charge, maybe the admin, instead of them to manually start sorting out each and every application, I built a system that would actually do that. Now this is software I use it. There are a lot of software automation. I specifically use I resume, Google form. Like, if you are an email will be sent, and then Slack is usually for the uh, sends will send an email to Slack and be like, this is the new person, this is the new candidate. Start explaining from the yeah, this is the trigger. I am going to assist Google Sheet here as a candidate, that new here, whatever you feel. So usually if you see a new role online and you click the link, form opens, true or false. So this is you're supposed to fill your name, phone number, and then you're going to upload And some of them, they have a job role where you can pick exact role you are applying for. So here I'm going to first it's going to be okay. I submitted early. That's it. Third one. Ah, that. What it works each time, if if okay, each time somebody fills the form, the person's details is recorded or stored in the Google Sheet so that later maybe the admin can still go back and review whoever that have submitted the that have submitted before. So here, okay, yeah, this green tick shows that first trigger was successful, which is here in Google Sheet. This one here, Grace Iraga. So this one, this particular one is going to in TV, going to click the application. Okay, after the application have been submitted, node here, going to pick out your, going to pick it, going to now this other note is tracks whatever that is inside. We're looking at your name, your experience, everything. Track it from that PDF file or maybe Google this content. And here, this node is going to prepare your data to a it's going to actually evaluate. When I mean prepare, name, your experience, years of experience. Now, why it is doing this? I gave it a prompt, like it's going to check if you are qualified for this role. How does it check your years of experience? Usually, when you see a job application, they will tell you 2 years experience, 1 year experience. So this is what this. After that, it's going to send your information. I of using ChatGPT, I use Claude. I don't know if any of you here know. So I use Claude for this. After evaluating, I have another node here that is going to place your evaluation. Placing your evaluation is that thought is going to pick it out one after the other, so that the next node is going to understand whatever AI has read. So the next one is, this is a code. This space here is an evaluation. I don't know here. They just taught us that instead of creating a code from scratch, AI will do that. So here, I have an AI that is doing that for me, a code. I have another Claude here. After it has finished evaluating, what this Claude is going to do there is going based on your experience, based on everything, going to craft that an interview question that whoever that will interview you going to actually ask you those questions. AI is actually doing that. Now, I have this. There is a I instructed it now. If you evaluate the person's and the person is qualified for the role, go ahead this way. You're going to log in this person's details in the accepted Google Sheets role. This person has been accepted. You're going to send this person an email. Now, this email is not sent immediately. I don't know if you apply for a job, sometimes you get notification maybe a day or two. That's the automation. If you have been accepted, it's going to wait for, let's say, maybe 2 days, depends on how long I want. And then it's going to send you an email that you have been accepted. And after a couple of time, this agent is going to schedule an interview date and time for you. And it's going to email it to you. Now, when it has finished, now send everything, your name, your details, time scheduled for the interview, the time, everything. Now send it to the team, the company's team, the hiring team. It will send it to them and they will be expecting you. So this system, actually an AI-powered recruitment system that is actually going to normal, regular, stressful process of recruiting candidates. Thank you. If you have any question, like I said, that first one is, so if you were not accepted, that depends on how your grades period. Why I signed you up. I should explain how I can connect ChatGPT or first of all, automation. What is automation? Let's start from them that's going to actually do repetitive tasks for you, manual tasks. Now, what is AI automation? AI automation is now where you bring AI as the brain, the thinking machine, to carry out these automations for you. Do you understand? So, how do I build simple workflow? First of all, like a child, let's assume we send emails. Everybody here sends email, right? Let's assume you want to send the first thing. Now, there is no automation without a trigger. There is no automation without a trigger. There is no AI automation without a trigger. What's a trigger? A trigger is something that is going to start this workflow. Something that will be like, when you want to run, they will be like, get set, and then you go. So that is what your trigger is going to do there for you, starting your entire workflow. Let's assume you want to send an email, or you want an agent that is time an email comes, guys. What do? Have make. We have make.com, we have N8N, we have Zapier. You can use any of these softwares. All you have to do is just go there on it. You start a new, they call it scenarios. You just click the plus sign, then you start your trigger.
Okay, so welcome. Okay, welcome everyone. So let's continue from where we stopped. So Jumia developers. Is anybody done with his own project? Jumia developers.